welcome back. Please excuse the hoovering noise in the background, but I have some lovely colours to do this nail design. We've got XOXO, I've never used it before, we've had it a couple of weeks ago, gifted to me, some perfect white, green energy. I love this green, it's so gorgeous. And then we've got the Big Apple. This was from last year's like June, July collection. Can't remember what it's called, what the collection was called. This one is from last month's collection or the one before that. Same inner piece, a new collection, and this is from the Big Apple collection, the one that the Big Apple was in. I love New York. So the set that I'm going to do today is inspired by Votino. I think that's how you say it. They're on Instagram. He is amazing. Oh my god, I could watch his videos all day. It's incredible. It's so detailed, it's so clean and crisp, it's amazing. So I'm going to put the I Love New York, pretty much I'd say a third of the nail, like the top half cuticle, and then inner piece, a little bit of perfect white, a little bit of airy season, the Big Apple, and then a little bit of green energy. And then I'm just going to ombre it all together. So I'm going to use the ombre brush, Madame Glam's ombre brush. And we're going to do ombre the dark pink to the light pink, and then I'm going to gently go into that little bit of white, wipe off the brush, and then we're going to bring the white into those greens and go all the way down. If you get too much, I put a little bit too much of the Big Apple, the lime green, so there was quite a lot of excess polish there. Hoover's even louder now, do apologise. I can't really complain. I mean, the kids are actually doing some chores, so there's a plus side to the noise, I suppose. So once you're happy with the amount of ombreing that you've done, I'm just going to wipe the sides. Like I said, there was a little bit too much excess polish, so I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to bubble in the lamp or leave any uncured product. So I've cured it, and then when I was looking at it, it was like I actually wanted the lighter pink, the lighter pink to be even lighter, so I added a little bit less of that and a little bit more of the white. So the white is a little bit higher, and then again continue to blend until you are happy. You do still want to keep wiping your brush in between, going from obviously the dark pink to the dark green. You don't want to add those two together, mix those two together. I'm wondering, you know, I did my daughter's nails, the strawberry nails. She is due an infill soon, so I'm wondering if, I think I'm going to film it anyway, and edit it and whatnot, but if that's something that you're interested in seeing, how to prepare grown out Gel X dupe nails and how to fill them in with a certain product, let me know and I will get that uploaded. So I've done that to 2 nails, and then we're going to use the XOXO. That's how the advert goes, isn't it? This is from the Neutrals bundle. I can't remember if it was May or June. I think it was May. So they had the regular collection, was it House of Life or House of Bloom? And then halfway through the month they sent me the Neutrals bundle as well, and this was in it, and it's amazing. So I've done 2 coats of that on the other 2 nails because we're only going to do 4 nails for this one. And then I'm going to mark out once it's all cured. I do wipe it over with a isopropyl alcohol lint free wipe, and with my tiny brush that I love so much and a little bit of white gel polish, I'm just going to mark out the start of like a slice of watermelon. So that one was just like coming off at the side, and this one is going to be like halfway down the nail sort of thing. I didn't like where that one was going. I wanted it a lot higher so we can fit as much colour in as we possibly can. So I've added all of those colours that we use for the pink to green ombre onto a palette, and I'm just going to start adding all the colours. So we're going to use that green energy, the gorgeous teal green colour, and obviously that's going to be the rind of the watermelon. And then we're not going to cure that, we're going to add the Big Apple, again don't cure that, and then we'll add airy season, and then a little bit of white, and we're going to start blending it all together. I do end up curing the green bits, I think, before I move on to the pink. And the blending doesn't have to be perfect because, I mean, I ain't gonna judge, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Mine isn't perfect. I faffed a hell of a lot on this one. I think the second watermelon was a lot easier because I could just go in with the ombre brush and wiggle it all about. But this one, because I'd added that curve in of the rind, it was so much harder to blend. But just blend until you're happy. You can always wipe it off and try it again. So it made a little bit of a mistake as well, because obviously it's curved. I should have curved the white all the way around, like I added the greens, and yeah, the white should have been just underneath the ℙ𝕆𝔻𝕻 and the light green. So I had to go in and correct that bit. But we blended until we were happy. So this one, it's kind of reverse. The rind is towards the tip of the nail. So we're starting with the pink, add the lighter pink. So we've got I Love New York, Inner Peace, Perfect White, ℙ𝕆𝕻𝕻, Big Apple, and then Green Energy. And I think you can tell already how much easier this one is to blend. It's so much easier because we can just take up the whole of the nail. There's nothing like no nude bit of nail for the pink or the green to like accidentally go onto. Does that make sense? Because it's taken up like half of the nail pretty much. So I've added a little bit of the chaser. This was from their Valentine's collection, House of Love. And we're going to mix, I've literally used the same quantities, a blob of the chaser and a blob of I Love New York. Mix them together and it's created like a really gorgeous raspberry red colour. And I'm just going to do a straight line across where the dark pink is. Just like outline it a little bit, and then we're going to use the same colour that we made to do some drips, to do some lovely juicy watermelon drips. So the curved slice that you can see the rind, obviously the drips are going to go down, and then the nail where it's practically half of the nail is the watermelon, the drips are going to go up. So you just want to flip the nail round if you need to. So I'm grabbing a little bit. Now, I say a little bit, I use way too much. Just one scoop from the brush would have been perfect. But again, for measurements, equal quantities of the red, I'm using the gel paint to base coat or top coat, or a little bit of blooming gel if you wanted to as well. And we're just literally going to add a little tiny bit of it around the outside of the drips where natural shadows would be, I suppose. It's semi-see-through, semi-transparent, but we want to blend it a little bit more because it's such a deep red. So I've added a little bit more base coat on its own, or top coat, or blooming gel, whatever you want to use, with a clean brush, and then we're just going to blend the red into the pink. And every time I record a voiceover, my phone just goes off repeatedly, so if you hear any buzzing, it's that. Because I've used the gel paint instead of a normal gel polish, even though I've mixed it with a little bit of base coat or top coat or whatever, like I said, that takes 30 seconds. Because I've used the gel paint and they take 60 seconds, I'm going to cure it for a full 60 seconds just to be on the safe side, because it's so highly pigmented. Yeah, I don't want bubbling or anything like that with the nails. So I'm going to add a little bit of the clear gel again, like I said, base coat, blooming gel, top coat, whatever, to a little bit of the white to add some highlight. Make sure the highlights and the shadows are all on the same side, sort of thing. So if your highlights are all on the left, or if you put your first one on the left, make sure they're all on the left. If your shadows are on the right, make sure they're all on the right. And then we've grabbed some black gel paint and a tiny dotting, no, not a dotting tool, tiny detailing brush to create some seeds, some watermelon seeds. I feel like I put way too many seeds on as well. I think I should have spaced them out a little bit more and put way less on. But I think it turned out all right in the end. I think they're still super, super cute. But I'm going to give them a full cure anyway, and then I'm going to matte top coat everything. You can use glossy if you like, but we're going to do... Oh, someone's playing ukulele now. Chores are done. Fun time. So they're all matte top coated. Like I said, you can glossy if you want, but we're going to do a little something. I think ℙ𝕆𝕻𝔼𝕻 did it. I have seen it a few times. I've seen ℙ𝕝𝕼𝕼𝕼 do it as well, with the glossy top coat after. But first, we've got these kite gems and these diamond. Are they called diamond shape? It is, isn't it? Yeah, we've gone for them anyway. Now, I did pick up originally the gold ones. They are gold backed, but they're completely clear. But then I was like, oh, the kite and the diamonds are AB. So I switched to the AB rhinestones, flat back rhinestones. So I've put a little bit of rhinestone glue gel. It's actually Born Pretty's nail tip gel. If you've seen the videos before, you know that I actually really like to use that to attach crystals and rhinestones. It's fab. But it is also used for attaching nail tips to your nails, which is also amazing for that. So I'm just going to add a few little circular rhinestones to the cuticle area of the ombre ones, starting with a big one and then the next size down for either side of that, and so on and so forth until you go for the tiny one. Gave that a flash cure, and then I'm going to do the diamond shaped, then the kite, and then add a little bit more gel. We're going to add a little like, I didn't actually have them. I wanted to use the same sort of shape, but it was like, it wasn't a teardrop shape, it was like a horse eye shape. But this one that I've got has got like a little, it's like a flame. Is what we had, so we used it. And then 2 larger crystals either side of the kite and 2 smaller ones either side of the diamond. No, other way around. 2 large ones at the diamond, 2 smaller ones at the kite. And for the watermelon nails, we're just going to add a cuticle crystal cuff. So for the glossy part, like I said, you could do them all glossy and leave it like that. But when you can matte them, you can add glossy on the drips and add like little dewdrops and make it look super juicy. Love it. How cool are these? I love them so much. I think they're so perfect for summer and spring, and it's not even spring. Is it spring anymore? I don't even know. Don't know, but it's perfect. I love, love, love these, and I think ℙ𝕆𝕻𝕼 is a freaking genius. So incredibly talented. So I will be possibly doing a few more recreations of his because he's just incredible. If you don't know who he is, go and have a look at his Instagram. But thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. And don't forget to hit like as well. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And all discount codes and descriptions and all that jazz, all the good information will be in the description box down below. And I'll see you in the next one.